Greetings one and all, I'm Steve Ludwig, the insurance man. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a common question that seems to be asked to me quite a bit, which is if I have a CDL and I get a DUI, am I able to drive for a trucking company? The most obvious answer to that is, well, it varies based on your situation. Most companies, and I say most companies, are not so lenient when it comes to any kind of a DUI, but the magic word in this equation is conviction, okay? Now, you have the FMCSA that states that if you have 2 accusations out on your records, that you just are lifetime banned from being able to get a CDL license. But outside of that, now keep in mind, okay, you have where there are lawyers and things that can be able to fix this. This is in your own personal vehicle. If you ever drive any commercial vehicle, period, and you are caught drinking and driving, it's over for you. CDL, out the window. You'll never be able to get another one ever again. So if you are driving a truck or a commercial vehicle of any sort, you want to make sure that you do not drink and drive specifically in that vehicle. But if you do drink and drive, do it in your own personal vehicle. We don't recommend you obviously drinking and drive it, but your own personal vehicle. And if you get cited for that, you want to make sure that you get that fixed so that it's not going to affect you. Now, there are companies, which we're going to show to you, that will allow, just based on special exceptions, that if you have a DUI within the past 5 years, you are hireable. It all depends on your situation. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a link. If you follow at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see select sr22insurance.com, get my CDL. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a listing of all those companies and links to their websites that will hire a person if it's within the past 5 years. Now remember, a lot of these companies, they're based around conviction. It doesn't necessarily mean you haven't drank and drove and even been cited for it, but it has more to do with conviction than anything with a lot of these different companies. There are several that you can be able to work for. Most of these are a year or two after you've been convicted and you're now in your restitution phase or on probation of some sort. A lot of them within a year or two, they'll allow for you to do that. Now we also have companies that if you had a DUI within like the last 10 years, they will hire you, okay? So if you're over 5 years but maybe less than 10 years, the list of companies that will hire you is going to be substantially higher. It's not the end of the rope for you when it comes to the DUIs. They're more prominent these days. But again, guys, you want to try and be able to make sure that you get these sort of things fixed because it's worth it to you. It's your livelihood. Don't abuse the privilege and going out and continue to keep drinking and driving, because you get number 2, it's game over when it comes to the CDL license. A CDL license, they don't play around specifically with that. You'll be ended up get your CDL removed, and then ultimately you'll lose your job. So you want to make sure that if you are drinking and driving, we always recommend, as a disclaimer here, that you assign a sober driver to help you, or you call an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi cab to be able to make sure that you get home alive. The name of the game is really planning ahead of time and making sure that you don't end up getting in trouble. Take out the objection before it becomes an objection. Just do those things up front and you'll be safe. As far as if you do get in trouble, call somebody and you require an SR22. Call somebody like Select Insurance Group. We are licensed in 48 states. We can be able to help you no matter where you're at. And with you drivers, specifically over-the-road truck drivers, you're going to need somebody like a Select Insurance Group that is licensed in multiple different cities, multiple different states, and that can be able to go to these different companies, fight for rates for you, make sure that this stuff isn't showing up on your record. We have ways to be able to help these drivers specifically to be able to make sure that you're not going to wind up in more trouble than you're already in. You want to trust a company like Select Insurance Group that is going to have the knowledge and the know-how to be able to make sure that you are properly filed, not only in just one state, but if you have another state or even 2 states or more that are involved with it, we can be able to help you no matter what your scenario is. We have licensed agents that are ready and available. You call 855-GET-SELECT or visit selectsr22insurance.com. We'll get you taken care of. But We hope that you found these informational videos helpful to you. Visit us on Facebook or YouTube at Select Insurance Group to find more helpful information on videos just like this.